Please keep your eyes closed. Just see the instantaneous, immediate nature of yourself, who you are, the silence awareness. The meditation is instantaneous. By habit, we seem to lose sight. Please see this point. As you sit down here, you have kept your eyes closed, but your ears are wide open. But until a sound comes, please see, when a sound comes, you instantaneously listen to it. Even then, you are not aware of your ears as you listen to the sound. Capacity to listen is already existing. When a word is spoken, you hear. The sounds that are heard, words that are spoken, become more dominant or important than the ears itself. You lose yourself in the sounds of various kinds. You never lose yourself in your ear. The moment you open your eyes, you lose yourself in the sights of various kinds. Eyes are forgotten. Please see these fundamental principles. When you eat your food, tastes are enjoyed, recognized. The tongue is forgotten. Never you are aware of your tongue. You miss the food, you miss the taste. The tongue is never missed. The same principle. If you sit down quietly, you are effortlessly conscious. The thoughts keep coming. You lose yourself in thoughts of million kinds, but never aware of yourself. Lost in the sounds, you don't remember your ears. Lost in sights, don't remember your eyes. Lost in touches, you don't remember your skin. Lost in tastes, you don't remember your tongue. Enjoying the fragrance, you forget your nose. Same way, being with thoughts and sensations, you lose sight of your self-awareness. Without eyes, you cannot see anything. Yet what is seen has become more important than the eyes with which you see. You cannot hear anything without your ears. The sounds that are heard have become more important than the ears, which facilitates hearing. Without consciousness, you can't be conscious of a thought or a sensation. First you must be conscious, then to be conscious of a thought, or of a sensation, or conscious of anything. Without yourself, the awareness, consciousness, there is no way of being aware of the thoughts or sensation of any kind. Yet, lost in perception and memories, awareness seems to have been forgotten. A teaching is a reminder. That is why this understanding is instantaneous. Your being with yourself is the effortless, instantaneous meditation. To listen to a sound, you have to wait. There is no waiting for silence. You are in silence. You may have to wait for a thought, a modification, projection to happen. There is no waiting to be conscious. A sound comes and goes. Silence, beginningless, endless, instantaneous. A thought comes, thought goes. Self-awareness, instantaneous, beginningless, endless. Be that stillness. With eyes closed, as much as you are the awareness yourself, with eyes open, you are still conscious. Because of the perceptions or memories, awareness is not forgotten. Because you build a house, the space cannot be lost sight of. You sing a song or speak a word, The silence is not forgotten. Always there. Be that stillness, awareness. Hrudi kalayati vidwan brahmapurnam samadho. Samadho in the being of one's own self. Samadhi is not a state, but your being, who you are, always samadhi. That is Brahma, consciousness all-pervasive, free from all differences, yet allowing all differences to exist in it. Just be that silence, awareness. Just remember that. Seeing the sights, be aware of your eyes. Listening to the sound, be aware of your ears. You are conscious of the capacity to hear through the ears. You are conscious of the power to see through your eyes. In every seeing, hearing, perception, you are an inevitable presence. You are the beginning, the endless existence. Body finished comes to an end. Sense organs age. Thoughts end. You are beginningless, endless. Always in meditation. So be the changeless and live through the changes. As Shankara says, Vimanam sarirametad bhunakti asheshan vishayan upastitan. Riding this chariot of a body, the wise one goes to the scenic drive in the universe, experiencing objects of various kinds, but never losing sight of himself. Be the changeless and live through the changes. Be the meditation and live through all projections. To live, you need changes. Who you are is changeless awareness. Sarva-Vedanta Siddhante Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. Verse number 546, please read. Stoladi sambandhavato vimanine Sukham cha dukkham cha shubha-shubhe cha Vidhvastavandhasya sadatmano mune Kutas shubham vapya shubham phalam va Tamasa grastavat bhanad Agrastopi ravirjanaihi Grastayityuchyate bhrantya Ajñātva vastu lakshanam Tamasa grastavat bhanat Agrastopi ravirjanaihi Grastayityuchyate bhrantya Ajñātva vastu lakshanam. So as we are seeing, the teacher in the valedictory speech, in the farewell message, insists as to how the person, the student, after understanding, must learn to be aware of himself at all times, all places, all conditions. Just think of an ordinary human life. The person who considers himself poor, uneducated, helpless, when he wakes up in the morning, his image of himself is so limited. I am poor, I am helpless, no job. Or somebody may be having a job, may be having money, but frustrated in life, may be going through physical complication, I am a cancer patient. That particular role completely takes over. Or I am a childless person. I am an orphan. I am divorced. I am a drug addict. The father or mother of an alcoholic. Somewhere, sometimes, this type of image lingers. With that type of helpless image inside your head, you are not going through, dance through your life for the whole day. Because you are carrying your burden inside. I am miserable, pained, lonely, isolated. Even if somebody points out that you have enough money, don't worry about money, I am feeling so low. Emotionally unstable, shattered. Billions of people go through this. upheaval, disturbance every day in life. The person who is a little religious, he has got a mechanism by which he wants to forget it. God is my savior, God is my helper, God is my friend. The faith will help me survive. So he creates a mechanism where he forgets this little limitation. Tries to forget. He doesn't know what that God is. He doesn't know what that unknown is. It's like some people forget in deep sleep. This man forgets in the name of a faith. But very soon his mind takes over. If you are a thinker, that is why for an educated person, you can't make him a religious believer. Because he has already started questioning. The moment you teach thinking to a child, the moment you teach how to question, you are permanently damaged. You cannot thereafter simply believe. That is why educated people find it so extremely difficult to be believer like an ordinary person. The little belief, little faith gives that ordinary person relief. Don't think it's a permanent relief. When he is educated, when he starts thinking, when he starts questioning, again the belief goes for a sixer. It is like the rich man thinking, the poor man is no anxiety. So shall the rich man become poor? You shall destroy yourself. And when the poor man becomes rich, his anxiety-free days disappears. Responsibilities come. And he becomes involved with different types of problems. That is why you look at your image. Meditation, this knowledge is essential because it helps you to remind yourself as to who you are, not an imaginary God you surrender to. But you see yourself who you are, and that is your God. All-pervasiveness. Can be the formless absolute, can be total form, as you have seen already, the macrocosmic existence of which your body is a part. No microorganism can ever stand apart from the macroorganism. You don't have to be a religious person for that. For a tiny cell to exist in the body, the whole body organism must exist. For a tiny wave to exist, the whole ocean must exist, or else there is no wave. It's a drop of water. Or a handful of water. For a handful of water to be named as wave, there must be an ocean. Without ocean, there are no waves, no ripples. Understand? A drop doesn't create a ripple. To be a ripple, you must be part of a lake, a river, or an ocean. Micro is impossible without the macro. And nowhere the micro can stand apart from the macro. Don't think in terms of water in the ocean and water outside. No. You take into account the whole existence. When it's a physical existence, the elemental universe, Pancha Mahabhuta Jagat, the whole elemental universe of which your body is an inseparable part, Sarvam Shivamayam. And therefore you can't escape being Shivoham, Shivoham. I am the Absolute. So ask yourself a question. When your day begins, when your night ends, with what image you wake up? Please think. I have already told you. Did you remember your first word you tell this morning? I don't want an answer. You feel for yourself. Do you remember the first word you spoke? Do you remember your first thought? Swamiji told in the class, he just tells everything in the class. Doesn't matter. It matters, friends. If you want to be conscious, when you wake up, be conscious. You are already conscious, but you are not conscious that you are conscious. That is where your meditation begins. Your first thought, you don't speak also. Because you are so tired, your tongue is tied, mouth is closed, there is nobody around to talk to. So, series of thoughts go until you meet somebody. You don't talk. Or suppose you are a person who is, the moment you wake up, you have a habit of maybe singing a song or chanting a mantra. The moment you get up, poof, it goes. What is your image when you wake up? Am I the worried man going to sleep? Now again another day begins. Oh, yo. Am I the person facing the trouble of my husband, my wife, my child, my friends? Oh, yo, another day. Am I a cancer patient or a person afflicted by some disease? Yet, oh God. Or am I a person successful, rich? So you feel very little confident. But that confidence is a bubble. Like now the bubble bursts for millions of people. Trillions of dollars are lost. Trillions. And I told you how the person committed suicide. They know how to handle the stock market collapse. They know how to handle a computer collapsing. They don't know how to handle emotion collapsing. The person doesn't know how to face himself. He is not aware of himself. One particular role is taken as the supreme. So when that role is shattered, the life is finished. There is no idea that there is somebody who is playing the role. That is why people commit suicide in the name of a God. Just think of it. He has no existence away from the faith. Somebody has no existence away from money. You call him secular. This man has no existence away from a faith, an idea. Dangerous people, rigid, inflexible, destroys themselves, destroys others. So ask yourself the question, the moment you wake up. That is why meditation is not half an hour affair in a day. It's a 24 hours. That's you. Not to meditate means not to forget. Not to meditate means forgetting yourself. Meditation is not a job. Meditation is your being. You don't meditate. That's a long sentence in the English. And people use it, I'll teach you meditation. Teach you meditation? What nonsense, teaching me meditation. You can teach me how to swim. You can teach me how to dance. But you can't teach me to be my body. Being the body is not an activity. Dancing is an activity. Swimming is an activity. Running, jogging is an activity. Playing tennis is an activity. You can give thoughts, but you can't teach meditation. Because being meditation is your being. Thinking is a job. You can do that. Use your thoughts. Being in meditation is yourself, all times. That is why you can't escape being yourself. And you can't hold on to a thought. Both ways. You can't hold on to a thought. You can't hold on to a relationship. You can't hold on to your bank balance. You can't hold on to anything in life because they are continuously slipping away. The time is consistently eating you away. Pratyayanti gatah punarna divasa kalo jagadvakshaka. Gata divasaha na punaha pratyayanti. The days that have gone by shall never return. Your childhood, your youth, your past shall never ever return. Kalo jagadvakshaka. The time devours, consumes the universe. Nothing shall remain as it is, except yourself. That you cannot change. And thoughts, sense organs, body and the universe, you can never keep it as it is. Never. Every second it changes. Pratikshana anyatha svabhava. Pratikshana kshanam kshanam prati. Every second it is different. Every moment it changes. Understand? So if you are holding on to a fragile image of yourself and sitting down, you begin your day, naturally there is no laughter, no joy, no bliss. Why? Relative images are so stifling. A rich man, poor man, father, mother, married, divorced, diseased, healthy. What are all roles you have got? And that is what so beautifully says. Please see. Sthuladi sambandhavato abhimaninaha sukham cha dukkham cha subhasubhecha. Sukham, dukkham, pleasure, pain, auspicious, inauspicious. All these considerations are only for him who identifies with the sthula, the gross body and the creation, the gross thoughts or the subtle memories, all call it gross, subtle, doesn't matter. Everything is gross from the standpoint of the absolute. From the standpoint of the flower there, which is gross, a thought may be subtle. But from the standpoint of consciousness, thought is as much an outsider, externalized thing as even the object is. Please see. Unconsciously you identify with it. As we are telling in meditation, how simple, please grasp it, how simple. With your eyes open you see things, but you don't remember your eyes. That is how exactly it is, the eye of the eye, the consciousness, the third eye, which illumines everything itself, forgotten. Dear, please tell me how long you remember your bodies. You are interacting with hundreds of people every day. Hi, hello, how are you? You are looking at them. Those moments, are you remembering your body? Without your body, you shall not be interacting with other bodies. But you go on thinking about other people, never about your body. Are you haunted by your face or other people's face? How many times your face comes in your horizon of consciousness? Son, brother, father, mother, husband, wife, friends. All these people. There's a huge crowd of faces inside you. Your face? Just think. Please think. Your face doesn't exist. And without your face, other faces will not be seen in the first place. Just like that, awareness. It happens all the time. That's why time, you understand, 24 hours, continuously conscious. A Zen story goes, one day, there is the king's teacher. He was an itinerant monk. He was going around the country one time. So he reaches a village and in front of a house, he goes there, sits down on the open veranda and decides to stay there for the night and asks the permission of the parents, the owners of the house. They were very happy to say, yes, please be here. Not that they knew he is the guru of the king, but some holy man, okay, let him be here. They put him there. But as they were going about doing everything, they were very miserable. So the teacher asked them a question. Why are you so miserable? What happened? Why are you so miserable? And they say, our son is drunk, alcoholic. Now he'll come back at 11 o'clock and he will be drinking, if possible, sometimes abusing us. We don't know what to do. Then this man said, okay, you take. He gave some money to the people. Bring the best wine, best fish. Keep it for this person. Because if he's not there, he will come and beat them, parents. So keep it there. Then this guru sat in meditation in that place. He sat down quietly. Then this man comes at 11 o'clock. Where is the food? He starts drinking, starts eating, and plenty of that. He enjoyed himself. I can't even get up. Slept there. This person is sitting in meditation. Morning, when the person gets up, of course, last night's hangover is over, and he see the person, and he knew the teacher of the king. He could not believe it. He falls flat at the feet of the teacher and says, please forgive me. Then this teacher doesn't say anything, just 2 drops of tears falls from his eyes. And he says, like night comes to an end, life finished. Life also comes to an end. That much he told. Baksa. Then this man carries his things. Can I carry your little bag? He said, he didn't say anything. He said, okay, you carry the bag. Then after half a kilometer, he said, go back. Another kilometer shall I go with you? Another kilometer shall I go with you? Another kilometer shall I go with you? He never returned. He became a great saint. And his name was given in Japanese language, which means the one who never returned. A little awakening. The night comes to an end. The life comes to an end. How long can you live in the midst of forgetfulness? How long can you suffer with limited roles? Ask that question. How long shall I suffer as a wife, as a husband, as a father, lover, beloved, friends? What role can you suffer with? Please think. It's high time you drop the roles. If you don't drop it, time will snatch it and that will be painful. There is a difference between your giving up the roles and the roles giving you up. When you give up the role, you are the master. When the role is given you up, you are a helpless entity. In meditation, roles are automatically dropping out. You don't drop the roles. You be yourself, nothing sticks to you. Understand that statement. Dropping the role is not a job again. More and more you think you understand the subtlety of this dimension. Where on earth, why should you hold that responsibility of mind, dropping everything? You be yourself, nothing sticks to you. Be with the silence, let any sound be there. Even if it is there, makes no difference to you. You be yourself. That is why you don't have to denounce the relative roles, the secular roles, religious roles. Then the religious people will fight with you. Secular people will fight with you. Be yourself and see. Other roles automatically drop out. And then you comfortably pick up whichever relative role you want and play it. That is where comes your versatility. You are so versatile. Murkhe, murkha. You are a mudhe. In the assembly of fools, you behave like a fool. We saw that line there. Kvachid mudo vidwan, kvachit maharaja vibhava. Sometimes very learned, sometimes behaves like an idiot, deluded one. Sometimes maharaja vibhava, like a king he lives. Kvachit patri bhuta, kvachit avanata, kvapi avigyata, avidita. Sometimes patri bhuta, very well respected. Somewhere totally unknown, disrespected. Sometimes unknown he hangs around. Where from comes this flexibility? From this wisdom. Any role thereafter you can take. Jale jalam, taile tailam. You are like a drop of water in water, invisible. Drop of oil in the oil, invisible. But average man is oil in the water, water in the oil. If you put a drop of oil in the water, how it will be? Visible here, all over. And put that water in the oil, if you start hitting the oil, everything will start crackling up. Most people are like that. Not in this. Here these jale jalam, taile tailam. One with everything at all places, all times, all conditions. Therefore, so beautifully say so nicely. So, no subham, no asubham. So, ask yourself a question every morning when you wake up. With what role are you going to begin your day? What are the roles you are going to take? And to take the roles, you must be yourself. Are you aware of yourself? Or you are stuck with a role? That is why when you being one with God, when you understand what the God is, the totality, samashti, macrocosm, that also helps you to give up your individuality. Why? Because He is in and through everything. My body is not mine, His. Atma tvam girijamati sachara prana sariram guram. O Lord, you are myself. The body is your abode. The prana is the breathing is your sahachara, prana sahachara. Understand? You become one with the total microcosm, macrocosm, Ishvara. That also is beautiful. It's not a God sitting down somewhere. I have to miss Him, invite Him, call Him. No. When you are with yourself, you are one with God. Atma darshanam, Isha darshanam. Seeing yourself is seeing God. Like Krishna says, Aham Atma Sarva Bhuta says, hey Arjuna, I am the self in all the beings. Nobody remains away from me at any time. Just think of it. See for yourself. So, begin your day. Because you can't escape, understand, you cannot escape situations in life. changes are inevitable. Be the changeless, and you shall know how to live with the changes. And he gives an example. Tamasa grastavat bhanat agrastopi ravihi janaihi grasta iti uchyate. Ravi, the sun shining in the sky. When it is covered by the cloud, it is still shining. Understand the example? When it is covered by the cloud, it is still shining. Or else how do you know the sun is covered? To know that the sun is covered, the sun must be shining. Or else how will you see? Suppose the whole thing is a dark thing. What sun? There is a cloud. So that the sun is shining is known from the fact that the clouds are covering it. You can see the clouds. And these clouds are also created by the sun. Because of the heat, the clouds are formed. And the evaporation takes place, the clouds are formed and covers the sun. So the sun is always shining. But the Buddha, the deluded, thinks the sun is lost. Sun is lost. Sun is never lost. The clouds have come up. In the same way, Ajñātva vastulakshanam. So not knowing the nature of the sun of consciousness that you are, you consider the cloud of thoughts has completely dismissed the consciousness, sun of consciousness. The thought clouds appear because of the sun of consciousness. Please be unconscious and have a thought. Come on, try. Just try. Just see that point. Can you be unconscious and have a thought? You have to be a conscious entity. And when you say you are a conscious entity, listen carefully. When you say you are a conscious entity, it does not mean because your eyes see. When your eyes do not see also, you are conscious of what? Eyes not seeing. Your eyes can be lost. Consciousness doesn't go away. Please understand. Who you are. That's why the knowledge of the I, the absolute meaning of the word I, is something always remain the same. No thoughts can ever cover it. Just like a child loses himself in the toys, whatever he sees outside. A grown-up baby loses himself not only in the toys outside, but also the thought inside. What is loneliness? Please think. What is loneliness? Just take that idea. What is loneliness? One little memory you hold on to for the rest of your life. Just think of that statement. One little memory of a man or a woman, one hurt feeling, one deceit. Something somewhere has happened and you stay with that thought completely. You cannot get out of it. You cannot get out of it not because the thoughts are persecuting you, but you don't want to get out of it. You are holding on to it. Thoughts don't cling to you. You cling to thought. That much understanding people don't have. People think thoughts are remaining. Thoughts are remaining. If you don't get involved, thoughts disappear just like that. It is like if you don't talk about something, that incident is forgotten. Are you getting that? Incidents do not remind you. Incidents you go on reminding. So you go on talking about the incident and then the incident is kept alive. A thought is like an incident, comes up. By itself it comes, by itself it goes. No, I hold on to it, therefore it lingers. Isolation, loneliness comes in. such a creation existing, I don't enjoy it. But I have a picture of the creation in my head. I want that picture to be played out in the outside world. So this world is not of my choice. Why? The picture in my world, my mind doesn't fit into this place. So you are lonely everywhere because your mind doesn't find its match anywhere. You have created a little world inside yourself which never fits in anywhere. That is why the person is wanderlust. Here, there, looking for exact match. It will never happen. Become lonely. That is why when a man is dead or disappeared from your life, if you want to create a world with that person, you are looking for impossibility. A child is dead, a friend has gone, a job is finished. Anything that has gone, if you consider that to be still a part of your picture in life, it shall never fit in the external world because the person is not existing anymore. That is where you live in your own world. You understand this statement? Living in your own world, because you have got a little arrangement inside your head which never fits in anywhere in the outside world. And that little thought seems as though cover the consciousness. I have lost sight of myself. I don't know myself. That is why ignorant person gets affected. Grastaityuchide bhrantya agyatva vastulakshanam. Vastulakshanam agyatva, not knowing the nature of the object like the sun, as even the person considers that this cloud has completely covered the sun and sun is lost. Same thing also, not knowing one's own self, the person loses himself in the thought cloud and thinks consciousness is gone. Okay? Therefore, you watch out. Be the sun, and in the sun, no cloud, no covering, nothing. In the consciousness, no thought, no covering, nothing. You are always there. It's just a shift in paradigm. Just a shift in vision. Okay, having told, next read, please read. Tadvaddehadi bandhebhyah vimuktam brahmavittamam pashyanti dehi vanmoodaha sarirāvāsa darshanād tadvaddehādi bandhebhyah vimuktam brahmavittamam pashyanti dehi vanmoodaha sarirāvāsa darshanād. Same way, tadvat, just like the sun and the cloud, tadvat, dehadi bandebhyah vimuktam brahmavittamam, dehivat mudaha pashyanti. In the same way, to that person, brahmavid, brahmavidam, to that person who knows himself, people think he also is the body. Because they think they are the physical body. Understand? That's the most beautiful part of it is, you cannot find a wise man until you are wise, okay? And when you are wise, you least worried whether some fellow understand or not understand. Don't try to find a wise man. You will never find it. Why? Because you don't have that ingredient to find it out. To recognize is just like vidvaneva vijanati vidvajjana parishramam paripakvam. You want to know whether somebody knows mathematics? You should be a mathematician. If you are not a top mathematician, how do you know how much mathematics he knows? If you want to know that somebody is a top physicist, top historian or top something, you must be absolutely well versed in that subject. Then only you can find out. Now how do you find out a wise man? you must know what wisdom is. But if you say wise man means, like policeman means an uniform, then a terrorist can kill you in the policeman's uniform. If you think army man means an uniform, then fellow can come, a terrorist can call me in army, destroy you in the army man's uniform. If you think a doctor means a stethoscope, any quack can destroy you by hanging a stethoscope. So if the wise man means some cloth or some, vibhuti, some holy ashes and some mala, then with that type of things you are hanged. No. Wisdom, wise man, wise and wisdom are not two different things. You are wisdom. That is why to find a wise man, you must be wise. So, wise means what? What is this wise? Knowing yourself as you are. If you don't know yourself as you are otherwise. If you take yourself to be what you have, you are ignorant. If you take what you have as who you are ignorant. When you know who you are is who you are, wise man. To help you know who you are, but they are giving you an identity to make you know who you are. Are you getting that point? Like education means you are a PhD. Education means you are FRCS. So previously you are nobody, now you are PhD, FRCS, ABCD. Think. That is why education gives you a solid individuality. Very strong individual, and that is also definition of education, which rescues the individual from mass of collectivity, gives him a definite identity. The education rescues you, isolates you from mass of collectivity. You are no more one among millions of uneducated people, but gives you a definite identity. So and so, graduate, postgraduate, FRCS. A strong role. Tired of it, you go to some religion or some type of a cult or following. That fellow brands you again. Getting branded is not solving the problem. You are struggling to get out of branding and the fellow brands you. And you know worst branding can be? I am not branded. It's just like telling, I am very quiet. I never open my mouth. True. So unconscious, understand, so unconscious, you can completely destroy yourself. When I am looking for myself, want to be free, now you are branding me to be free. How do you brand somebody to be free? Understand? Please see that. None of the roles existed. You existed. You picked up many roles in life. Nobody is born artist, painter, musician, professional. You picking up. That is why nobody also born branded. Hindu, Muslim, Christian, religious branding. For a functional thing, you may say you are a citizen of this country, citizen of that country. But again, that is not right because you go on changing it. Until yesterday, you are an Indian citizen. Now you are an American citizen. Now you are an European citizen. That goes on changing. But you don't change. But the conditioning is so strong where the person cannot literally shake off that burden of a conditioning, a secular conditioning. I am PhD, I am rich, or a religious conditioning, I am follower of this or that. That is why what takes time is not the wisdom, the shaking of this hardcore conditioning. Where the person has lived with a wrong idea for the longest time. Think of it. You live with a wrong idea for the longest time. So to fight out that idea, that takes time. Being yourself, the easiest of things to be. So when you say, Bratadvat, Dehadivat Bandebhya Vimuktaha Brahmavittamam, Dehivat Pashyanti, the persons, those who don't know who they are, as if they are looking at themselves through their body. They look at the wise man through his body. Therefore, they will never believe this fellow understands himself. Are you getting that point, please? Simple statement you can take. Simple statement you can take. Many people, especially in relationship matters, everybody will say, nobody loves me. Swamiji, nobody loves me. They love me for my money. They love me for my education. They love me for my security. They love me for my youth. But they don't love me. Everybody says that. Can you turn the table little towards yourself? Ask yourself a question. Do you have some estimation of yourself, some love for yourself? Is it because of what you have or because who you are? You too shall be surprised to discover you too love yourself, not because who you are, because you don't know who you are, but because what you have. You feel confident because you have a job. Feel confident because you have money. You're confident because you have youth. Whatever you are looking at, understand, when you are looking at yourself through things that you have, you cannot stop looking at people through things that they have. The double standard is, I shall look at myself through what I have, but other people should accept me for what I am. How? How? You are making it impossible. I must look at myself through what I have, but other people should look at myself as I am.